don't think we could live in a more beautiful place in the world.
So I grew up in the shop. I was probably, earliest memories would be 7 or 8 years old. I've been around it most of my whole life. It was probably a year or so before I got to working in a shop to actually make my own. I think listening to the radio, it instilled imagination. I grew up with, Gene Autry and Hopalong Cassidy. We carry just about everything. All of the alligator skins have a federal tag on it because it's all taxed by the government so that they get their nickel. This skin was 40 years old. The guy brought it in. We built him 2 pair of boots out of a skin his father gave him when he was 10 years old. We actually build the heel out of solid rubber. We use braided polyester. Well, polyester doesn't rot in a feedlot, in the manure and water and that sort of thing. Everything that we do, I try to take into consideration how bad these guys are going to try to destroy it. When somebody comes in and they wear a heel off real fast, like say they just destroy one, and we do get some guys that do that. I fix them for free. You want to make sure that these guys get good value. Well, we have designed obsolescence in everything we do. Our society does. It's how we maintain capitalism. Over 300 moving pieces here. So not only do you have to build boots, you got to be a mechanic about half the time because there's no one to work on these machines anymore. I've got a few of them out in the shed that was built in the late 1800s. So, in my spare time when I'm not busy doing boots, I try to rebuild some of this equipment. Some of these go back literally over 100 years. I have a bunch of really old tools, hand tools. Most of my hand tools belong to my grandfather and before. There's a story with every pair that we get back. These are a pair I built for a pastor over around the Poto area, and he went through a bad situation and through a divorce, and his wife set fire to them. That's why they're all drawn up like this. These were built for Ivan Denton in this part of the world. He's a fairly famous wood carver. And Ivan never had a lot of money in his life. When he came in the day that I gave them to him, he goes, "Well, what do I owe you for them?" And I said, "Well, when your time is up," I said, "I want the boots back." He lived off the grid. He generated his own electricity. I mean, he lived the way cowboys did in the 1800s. That's how he lived. And I built these for him, and we gave these to him, and when he passed away, Rose brought them back to us. So she brought them back to me. I think art is when you're so driven by a thing that neither money nor time mean anything. I think that you pursue it with everything, every fiber of your being, for absolutely no reason other than to finish the next pair.